Damn. Damn.
Broke the internet.
I tell you what.
Put that ass in the dirt.
I tell you what.
Smoking on Pookie Load tonight.
I tell you what. I tell you what. This how we gonna do this.
Y'all remember when Gucci said he was smoking on Pookie Lope? Now he allegedly poking on Jeannie Mai. It's funny how things come full circle. Jeezy left this woman, didn't give his fans no explanation. That's why people spreading rumors like Gucci Mane got involved. Now they saying that Jeezy don't know if he the father of his own child. These are some malicious, vicious rumors, and I'm here to put a stop to all of that. But the reason why people running rampant with these type of rumors, like Jeezy and Gucci Mane being involved with the same woman who happens to be Jeannie Mai, they saying that the fans don't know who she really is because she admitted that she got a terrible temper, and that could be one of the reasons why Jeezy decided to leave her.
For example, I have a really hot temper. Not a lot of people know this, but it's just something in my family. I've seen it in my grandmother. I'm sorry, saw it in my grandfather, to my grandmother, to my mom, to my aunts, to me, right? But I didn't notice it in myself until I was with Jeezy.
Interesting. You didn't notice in your previous marriage?
No, because it has to do with the type of relationship you have and the type of respect you have for that person to mirror things back to you where you actually would stop you in your tracks and evaluate yourself, you know?
So you had it.
So I had it, but nobody ever called me out on it. Also in my line of work, sometimes being a boss isn't so great for you because you have a lot of people who just agree to what you want. They're yes men, right? And so I didn't notice that I had a hot temper until I got with Jeezy, and here's a person who is my equal and I really respect. And when I would spew some of my old habits, and he was like, like who, that's not flying here. And also it would trigger him to come back at me with things where I was like, who the fuck do you think you are? But I was triggering him. So through work, we learned that we both have certain habits that to the everyday person, from friends, family, fans, they'll never see it. But to the person who loves us deep enough, you can press that button and boom, the dragon comes out. And we both have it, so we had to work on that. But he never told me to fix my temper. I just saw it and I thought, unless I want to stay in this place where I lose this person I love and I stay in my comfort zone of doing what I want to do and function the way I have for the last 40 years when nobody else had to stop me.
Which obviously has done quite well for you.
Right, I could have. But this was something greater that I wanted, and also a great challenge to myself to say, what if, now that I know it exists and the dragon's there, what if I got rid of that? How do I kill that dragon or store it in its place so that it never creates havoc in my life? And that took work. So for me, I think I don't want somebody who doesn't change. I want you to change and grow, if it means growing into an even better version of what I fell in love with.
It seemed like Jeezy had a problem with his wife being bad and bougie, but the last time I checked, Gucci did a song with the Migos called Bad and Bougie, so Jeannie Mai is right up his alley. The versus battle that they had left a lot of damage between the two of them. People thought they would never be able to reconcile and become friends. But over the years, they have spoken highly about each other. But now that Jeezy having problems in his marriage, people thinking that it was infidelity on behalf of Jeannie Mai, messing with his arch nemesis, Gucci Mane of all people. And you can't say stuff like this don't happen in the entertainment business. Your best friend become your enemy, and then the woman that was supposed to be Jeezy's best friend was behaving worse than his worst enemy by enticing Gucci Mane allegedly to have relations with her, man. Now, Jeezy spoke about the versus battle, and they were supposed to put it all behind them, but I don't see how they ever gonna be able to fix this.
It was the best outcome it could possibly be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got two street cats that done been through, you know, a lot over the last decade or so. But it takes Magic City Stage and a multi-billion-dollar company to help us come together and figure it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, you know, it was more about being in the same room because there's so much time and history in between.
And not want to do your diss records.
Because it's integrity, bro. Like at the end of the day, if I was on that type of time, we weren't going to even make it in the building. Like, let's get it cracking. Like, what we doing? We wasting time and money. If it's like that, it's not like. I can tell that wasn't the energy he wanted to bring. Yeah. He got. It wasn't
purposeful. It just came out.
He just got emotional, and he got the right to do that. Like, but that's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. You know, that's who.
Somehow, some way, Gucci and Jeezy still had a lot of love for each other, and it was good to see them talk in a positive way about each other. And not only was Jeezy saying nice stuff about Gucci, Gucci regretted saying that he was smoking on Pookie Loc, but now it's looking like he possibly was poking on Jeannie Mai. So all that stuff he said in this clip I'm about to play to y'all don't add up to nothing now if these rumors are true.
Like, hey, you want to do a versus? Y'all gonna do, you know, I weigh the pros and cons and help your catalog and do this and that. And I said, do it. But I didn't know when I got on the stage that was going to happen. I was going to say that wasn't, I didn't go up there thinking like, you know, I'm bringing negative energy. It's going to be, it just really came out like that.
But just on some battle shit, you came with round one, you came with Benchwarmers verse 2. Like, you really came on some battle rap.
It wasn't, that I'm trying to tell you, it's not a battle rap. This shit, I say what I mean, you know. So my thing was, if I was bad enough to say it in the studio, I'm bad enough to say it in your face. You know, that's just how I felt personally. Yeah.
So when you guys do So Icy at the end, is that a genuine moment also? Like, did you feel like that brought some closure to things?
Yes, because after I did what I did, and he came back and said what he said, I felt what he was saying. You know, he used the examples and everything, you know, I'm listening to what he's saying. So I'm like, you're right. You know what I'm saying? For the same way that, like, for the good, it can help other people. Like, let's get past this, let's end this on a big enough. Like, I don't even perform So Icy on my concerts. I probably ain't performed So Icy since 2005. I don't even, I hate to say it, but I don't even though I got So Icy Boys and that started my career counter, but it's like, I don't even like performing that song. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, hey, you know, and that kind of like, when I left, even like performing that song. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, hey, you know, and that kind of like, when I left, I felt like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have said what I said, but then at the same time, I was like, I'm glad that we did that. That showed that I'm involved and I'm growing up. I ain't the same, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes.
When you think about it, if they would have never had beef, I'm pretty sure Jeezy and Gucci would have been best friends forever. But Jeezy messed up because he got with this female, and a lot of people consider her a clout chaser. When they had Jeezy on the reel, they sat down and asked him all types of questions. And when it was Jeannie Mai's time to ask him a question, she gonna come out her mouth and say, aren't you best friends with Kanye West and Jay-Z? Don't you know these men personally? She want people to know that her man is good friends with Kim Kardashian and Beyonce's man, as if that make her a new Kim Kardashian or Beyonce, man. And Jeezy ain't see what she was doing, but now that they getting a divorce, the whole world see exactly what she was doing.
Jeezy, recently Kanye was at a concert in Seattle, and allegedly he was saying that Jay-Z wasn't there for him after the recent robbery that had to do with Kim, and that he hadn't brought his daughter over by the house. You're friends with both of them, right? So what do you take of all that?
I mean, they're brothers. You gotta let brothers work out brotherly stuff, and it's like they got history together. You gotta let them handle it. They grown men. They're gonna fix it. They're gonna work it out. They're gonna get more great music.
But it was juicy, though. I mean,
look, you know, I try not to get into things like that. I try to focus on me and what I got going on, but, you know, they'll be all right.
Well, all right, good to know.
I really hope that these ridiculous rumors is not true about Gucci Mane being involved with young Jeezy's wife. I believe that's the furthest thing from the truth, but the reason why people coming up with these type of rumors is because of how she carried herself while she was with Jeezy, had their whole relationship on IG. So if she that much of a clout chaser, asking him questions about his friends in the entertainment business while he on TV, who's to say that she ain't have relations with Gucci behind his back since she was moving in such a shady way, man? Jeezy was in love with her, so much so to where he walked down the aisle with this woman.
Yeah, And also another amazing thing that came out of the pandemic is that you got married to Jeannie Mai. So congratulations on that. Your wedding looked beautiful. I saw the pictures in Vogue. So what is the most memorable thing from that huge monumentous day?
Oh man, just seeing her come down the aisle, you know, that was like, I had some friends tell me, yeah, man, like that's gonna be the moment. And I just remember locking eyes with her and just going like, wow, you know, we had an amazing time getting to know each other, and she's amazing. Like she's a wonderful person inside and out. And I was like, you know, wow, like, you know, when we first started dating, I knew this would happen, and I didn't know he was gonna look this beautiful. And you know, it was just a real moment being in front of fans. I mean, with friends and family, close friends, and just seeing my dad happy, and just knowing that, you know, my sister and her parents was there, and her close friends, my close friends, and them actually seeing, you know, us just taking this next chapter and writing this amazing book. So yeah, I was seeing her walk down that aisle was a real thing.
She looked stunning. Did she take your breath away when she walked down?
Yeah, absolutely. I had to get myself together, and it was crazy. One of my great friends and mentors that I met through Worth the Conversation was John C. Maxwell, and he married us, and I just looked at him when she walked down the aisle, and he looked at me, and I was just like, okay, keep it together. Keep it together. And no, it was amazing. It was amazing.
That's beautiful. You also looked amazing. You wore a super cool pink champagne suit, which was, I loved it because I'm a huge fan of pink and men wearing pink. What made you decide to go for that color?
Well, two things. One thing is, you know, my wife was like trying to micromanage and help me with my colors. And I'm just like, I want to do it myself. I got it. And she was like, she didn't want me to see her dress. So shout out to my stylist, Chris Shelby. I sat down with him, and I sat down and had one of those real John Gotti meetings. I was like, yo, I have to absolutely.
If it was a perfect world, Jeezy and his wife will get back together and make everything work. People have ups and downs, but he talking about it's irreconcilable. Like, he ain't gonna be able to do it no matter what she say. Ain't no counseling gonna help the situation. He done. And I'm thinking the only thing that could lead up to this man wanting to leave her like this is if she did the unthinkable. And the only thing that could really hurt that man to the core and make him want to leave his beautiful bride and baby behind is if she did something like sleep with Gucci. Now, we don't know if she did or not, but people definitely out here talking. Y'all gonna have to let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. These rumors getting crazier and crazier every day. Also, hit that Cash App too. $ Shawn Blaze Docs. I'ma holla at y'all later.
You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe.